Hey, hi, I'm Steve Hart with Kingdom Consciousness. It wasn't too long ago that I had posted a question on the internet asking people, what label do you use to describe yourself? And I thought I'd get several answers back, but believe it or not, I got none. I think that people want to shy away from putting labels upon themselves, and I can understand. But I'm a spiritual teacher, and when people ask me, what is it you teach? I have to be able to give them an answer. I have to be able to identify what it is that I believe. People do shy away from labels, but yet we use them every day because we get everything from what we drink, the food we eat. We read labels to find out what's in them before we consume them. The same thing goes with our music and with our books that we read. We're always using labels, but yet we don't want to put labels on us. So, being the teacher, I have to adopt one, and I've been struggling with that over the last several years, actually. I could say that I'm a Hindu, or a Muslim, a Taoist, a Jew by faith, a Buddhist, or a pagan, or a Christian. Now, I don't list those to exclude any one, because I probably do share a little bit of truth and understanding in all of those faiths. At the same time, because of my rearing, I was raised a Christian. But over the years, that label is not fit well because I don't agree with a lot of things that the church teaches today. And Christians have adopted some doctrines and dogmas that just don't seem to fit. So, I recently came up with a new label, and the label is, if you can read it, Christian Mystic. And you may say, well, what is that? Well, I'm going to challenge you to go on the internet, type in Christian mysticism, and do a little research, and maybe you'll come up with a definition. And later on, I will be explaining to you what I think that is and how that label applies to me. You see, I believe that Jesus was God, but he was also a mystic, because a lot of what he taught was very mystical, and he said that very clearly in the scripture. So I teach from the Bible. I also teach universal laws. I also embrace the new science of quantum physics and how that applies to our spirituality. And I've also been teaching a great deal in the area of self-discovery. And I've used what they call the Enneagram, E-N-N-E-G-A-R-A-M. I've been studying that for about almost 10 years now and teaching that. And I also teach the understanding that Dr. Hawkins uses in his book, Power versus Force, and understanding the levels of consciousness and how that applies to our spiritual growth. So, my label is Christian Mystic. I'm going to try that one out. We'll see how it works. And that's what I'm embracing at this moment. And now maybe you'll have a better understanding as to who I am and what Kingdom Consciousness is all about.